I'm Phil Gaimon. When I was a pro cyclist, I would fly to some of the most beautiful places in the world, and then I would race right past them and miss it and have dinner at the hotel. Now I'm retired, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it right. From now on, every ride is a win. This is best retirement ever. So for this episode of Best Retirement Ever, we are going to talk about a trip I took to Mexico. Flying to Puerto Vallarta, a 2.5-hour flight from LA, reasonable flight from the East Coast. Took a little trip, I met my mom there. Me and my mom hung out in this town called Bucerias, so it's like a 45-minute drive from Puerto Vallarta. The connection there was, there's a company called Bucerias that I'm friends with, and they do these bike tours out of Bucerias, which is just one of those little hidden cycling gems that you don't know about until a couple minutes from now when I'm telling you about it. They told me, and I was like, I'll try it out, I'll check it out, and I took their tour, and it was amazing. So the main riding, the first tour ride they took me on was with a whole group, and the first ride we did was a lot of dirt. So I only brought one bike on this trip. I didn't think that, well, I thought it through. Here's what happened is they were like, yo, Phil, bring a gravel bike, and a road bike, because there's a climb I was going to do. So they're like, bring both bikes, and I was kind of like, screw you guys, I was World Tour, I can get over whatever I want. So I learned that lesson. The gravel was actual gravel, it was extreme dirt scenarios, there was river crossings, and it was even fun for me, and I was not in the right gear at all. But everyone was riding through creeks and ripping around things, and I was kind of too, but slower. But beautiful, peaceful riding. Like we went hours without seeing any cars or pickup trucks or whatever. And then you come out in the middle of nowhere, and there's a stand with coconut water, and of course there's tacos. There's obviously tacos. That's not just a stereotype. Mexico and tacos are a real thing. But the Bucerias crew was a very positive, fun group to be around. A lot of Canadians kind of went down there. I did bring my drop bars for this trip, thankfully. I thought that part through. And this was part of the reason that I left the drop bars on, was this trip. Because you just never know. And it turns out, you guys, that the drop bars exist for a reason. I thought they were just a waste of grams at first, and then I gradually accepted that, alright, that's there for a thing. And from now on, you'll only see me with the drop bar sawed off if I'm going to ride up the hill and I have another bike for later. Because the thing is, I'll get somewhere with sawed off drop bars, and then I have to warm up the day before, or sometimes I have to ride down the mountain, if when VeloFix isn't there to help me out. So there's a lot of different factors, but I am the drop bars for Best Retirement Ever will be mostly on, and that is why. And this trip really cemented that for me, or maybe it didn't cement it; it dirted it. It dirted that for me. The road riding was also super cool. So I don't know. I was concerned about the is Mexico safe? It's not like it was 5 years ago. This isn't like Bucerias isn't a sketchy area. It's all tourists. A lot of the town spoke English. All the menus were in English. It was kind of that. But riding out in the country, I was fine. Nobody bothered me, and I'm a pretty thick, frail looking dude. I'm begging to be robbed, really, if you look at me. And it didn't happen. And I just went for a ride with the earbuds in and enjoyed myself. Awesome beach riding. You can ride right along the coast in Bucerias. So Bucerias it's right on the water. One awesome thing about Mexico, it's freaking cheap. The plane tickets are reasonable, and you get there, and the hotels are cheap. PC Bucerias will set you up they set me up with a hotel room. It's the same owner, and the hotel was very reasonable. And then you can go down and you do your ride, you do your suffering, you do your sweating, and then you go back and you have a margarita on the beach for $2. So in the U.S., there's all these rules and laws about, you know, you can't have alcohol on the beach, you can't have glass on the beach, you can't have dogs on the beach, and the thing about Mexico is they don't bother with those things. You can have horses on the beach in Mexico. You can sell steroids at the convenience store. I didn't buy any, but they're there. So you can go ahead and just do that. They have restaurants that just exist on the beach, and they'll pour you a thing, and you know, it's awesome. Basically, it's just awesome. You just sit there, and it's quite peaceful. There's many options, and that's bike ride to Margarita is really, it's a great day. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a great day. So that's a lifestyle. You ride in the morning before it gets hot, and then when it starts to get hot, you get to the beach and you relax. You put your feet in the water. You have some chips and guac. You know, if you want, you can get a massage under a tent on the beach. You can buy some souvenirs. There's some Bucerias had some cute little shops and like nice, good restaurants. I was really happy with it. On Sundays, there's a farmers market.
I was at the Santa Monica farmers market a couple of weeks ago. All these like high-end pestos and like a wine tasting thing, and you could get a kale salad. That was nice though. That was nice, but this is the real thing.
You know, like the farmers markets in the U.S. are all fancy schmancy and organic whatever, and this is where the people just go to buy stuff. There's fidget spinners, there's blender parts, there's also the fruits and vegetables. They do the rotisserie chicken, which I used to do that in Spain. So of course the Mexican version is the exact same thing, but there's also tortillas and salsa, and that was awesome. So I was there with my mom. We had some nice taco chicken things. It was just a giant bag of sides and meat for like $11. And then we just took it back to the hotel room and tore it apart. I'm told there's also a lot of good mountain biking. I did not bring the scalpel. I don't like flying with more than one bike. It's a lot. So I just brought the uphill bike. We'll get to that. And but if you're a mountain biker, if you're into that scene, you have options there. If gravel dirt roads aren't extreme enough, there's definitely stuff. And BC Bucerias has those trips as well. I just brought the one bike and a bunch of sunscreen and the Margarita Clif blocks because I thought that was cute. You know, the sodium. There is, because it's me, they don't invite me anywhere unless there's a climb. So these folks are putting on a hill climb this year. So December 2nd, they are having a hill climb in Bucerias, and well, it starts there. And that was part of why they wanted me to set a benchmark on this ridiculous climb they have, and then I'll come back and see if I can win a race up it this year. But super cool climb. It's highway. There was some bad pavement, one lane scenarios. There was this ridiculous bridge, and then where it really got nasty is it's one of those like you start at sea level and then you top out at I forget how many thousands of feet, but it's like it's Rockies level stuff that you don't have a lot of those in North America. You can't really do that many outside of like Hawaii from sea level to crazy. Like LA almost has it, but not like this. So you get up from the town, and then the last little bit was this ridiculous cobblestone. So there's a city at the top called San Sebastian. This beautiful, like really old, like Spanish style kind of stuff. But a total tourist destination up there. Most people go there in buses. I went there on cobblestones and but at the end of it, you're empty, and I was covered in blisters on my hands because I did not bring my gloves because it was too hot. And then, but I had a big smile on my face because you just don't get to do hills like that, and it was a good kind of suffering. So check out BC Bucerias if you're interested in a little Mexico trip. If North America bores you, if you're going somewhere for the holidays, want to get out of the cold, look into these folks and see this next video for the climb, and that hill climb will have a link in the description there. But check that out for the the worst retirement ever video. So that's how we're doing it for this one. Is it's best retirement ever. Here's my tourism Margarita smile on my face. This worst retirement ever is part 2, and that's where I'm grinding up a mountain thing. And I'm bad at retiring, so I'm mixed now. I'm good sometimes and I'm bad other times. I'll figure it out. I'm trying here.